I know that at least 90% of Real Madrid fans are not going to agree with the things I say in this video because I'm low-key going to talk poorly about Real Madrid after a 3-0 victory. But after a 3-0 victory, that the result looks better than the performance. I watched the Portuguese league, and I can tell you I've seen boring football, okay? I watched the Portuguese league, a league where the lower teams will put 15 players behind the ball. I know there's only 11. And it's one team trying to break down a team for 90 minutes. It's so boring. This Real Madrid game was absolutely awful. This was awful. This was not fun to watch. The first 60 minutes, the first 70 minutes of this game, Real Madrid just didn't look like they knew what they were doing. Mbappe will not stay at the number 9 position to save his life. Vinny and Rodrigo both look like the same exact player from the left wing. It's just the truth. Goulet showed sparks. The young Argentinian kid showed sparks. Refereeing still terrible in La Liga. There's nothing else to say about it. Absolute terrible in La Liga. And watching this, what kept going through my head, even after the first Mbappe goal, was Barcelona's going to win the league. Barcelona's going to win this league. That's what kept going through my head. And unless Xabi Alonso can show me something, I'm not seeing much different. I put something on social media where it's Ancelotti holding the face of Xabi Alonso, and I kind of say, you know, same team, same, you know what I mean? Because for me, lads, I see Ancelotti's team. I don't see a Xabi Alonso identity. I don't see anything that Xabi Alonso did here. Do I see Mbappe track back a little bit extra or Vinny maybe track back a little bit extra? Yeah. But do I see anything? And am I impressed by this Real Madrid team? No, they were playing a team that just came up and potentially probably might get relegated again. And I think to myself, the performance I just saw today, can this beat Barcelona? Can this beat Atletico Madrid? Can this beat the harder teams in La Liga? Can this win the Champions League? And I don't see the vision. And I'm not just being a hater. I'm not hate watching, bro. It's nothing like that. Y'all know that Madrid is the team that I prefer to watch in La Liga. But I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Over the last couple months, they have not been my preferred to watch. Barcelona is much more entertaining. Now, if Barcelona keeps going down this path of playing 37 wingers, you know what I mean? Starting 4 wingers and then they might be going into the same path that Real Madrid's going through. Because when I watch this Real Madrid team, bro, first of all, let's break this down, okay? The first goal is unbelievable. The turn Mbappe makes to score this goal is absolutely phenomenal. It's an unbelievable goal. It's a banging finish. Why? Because he stayed at the 9 and he made a turn when Goulet put the ball in. He turned on a defender that 80%, no. 96% of world football center backs cannot contain or stop Mbappe when he turns like that. So it doesn't make sense to me why he just doesn't sit at the 9 position. Bro, make runs on the back of the center backs. Just stay there. Why do you keep drifting? You just scored an absolute sexy goal from the 9 position and you tracked back to the left wing again. I don't know if it's Xabi Alonso telling him to do this. Bro, I don't know if it's Ancelotti calling him from Brazil telling him to do this. But I'm so sick of Mbappe tracking to the left or tracking to the right or tracking all the way to the midfield. Bro, just stay at the 9. Just stay there. Bro, this man scored 44 goals last year, bro. I swear if he just stays in the 9 position, he's going to double that. This guy could score a stupid amount of goals in La Liga if he just stayed in the front. Bro, just stay there. And if you're not going to stay, then Xabi Alonso needs to make a damn decision. And this is where I get upset, right? Because Xabi Alonso should make a tough decision. Hold on, before we get there. The ball gets played into Mbappe, he turns, he scores. Great. Now, Madrid fans are going to say, Skills, he got the ball first. I agree. And in the 90s, it's not a foul. In the early 2000s, it's not a foul. In modern football, that's a foul. Because you can't go through the back of a player in modern football. We know this, bro. We all know this. And again, he does get the ball, but there's contact on the player as well, okay? And in most scenarios, that is called a foul. And Real Madrid fans might say it's not called a foul. It is called a foul. I'll take it even one step further. There's a play later in the game where Dean extends his hands, right? Extends his hands. And the forward of the other team falls, and the ref doesn't give a penalty. And I don't think it's a penalty either. But later in the same game, Real Madrid is on the attack, and the ball gets played into the box. And as the ball's kind of going in, Rudiger extends his arms, and it's a foul. So I ask you this question. If it's a foul offensively for extending your arms, why is it not a penalty for extending your arms? because La Liga referees do not have any consistency. If you're going to call the foul offensively for extending your arms in a penalty box, then you need to call the foul defensively for extending the arms in the penalty box. La Liga refs are completely inconsistent. The refereeing you get in a Real Madrid game week to week is completely different than the refereeing you get in Barcelona games. From week to week, Barcelona gets benefited, Barcelona gets robbed. Real Madrid gets benefited, Real Madrid gets robbed. I don't think it's a thing of corruption. I think it's a thing of referees just being terrible because there's no consistency in La Liga. Again, do I think it's a foul, the Tchouaméni one? In the football I grew up, no. No, dude. Stevie G, Lampard, Gattuso, Seedorf, not fouls. Those are easy, clean tackles. Those are the perfect tackles. But in modern football, going from behind, getting 50% the player, 50% the ball, doesn't matter if you touch ball first, it's a penalty, it's a foul. Lads, I've seen fouls given for the follow through as if we play basketball now, okay? If you slide in and you get the ball and then you get the player after fully getting the ball, right? And then like a second later you get the player, I've seen fouls given for follow throughs in modern football. Right? It's almost like in the NBA where you got to give space for the player to come down type stuff. That's what it seems like with modern football. I've seen stuff like that given. So how is this not given? Regardless, we're not here to talk about the refereeing. We're here to talk about Real Madrid, okay? Mbappe makes this beautiful turn, shows why if you stay at the 9, good things can happen, all right? But he keeps drifting. He keeps drifting. He keeps drifting. At what point does Ancelotti or Xabi Alonso go, you know what? I can't get this guy to stay at the 9. It's not going to work. It's not going to work with him at the drifting like this. I need him to stay up there. And if he's not going to stay up there, it's time for Garcia. The moment Garcia comes in, I don't care how involved he is in the second goal. I know he's involved in the third goal. We'll talk about it. Real Madrid scored 2 goals the moment Garcia came into the game. I want to explain to you why. Garcia is the type of number 9 that drifts back and tries to win the ball. But when you're on the offense, he's making center backs track them, which makes everyone better. Do I think Vinicius Jr.'s fall off and Rodrigo's slow down is based just on them, solely on them? No, I also blame Mbappe because when Benzema was there, center backs have to 1,000% track Benzema. You have to track him because if you don't track him, he's going to be alone in the box and score. Mbappe does not give that to Vinicius Jr. He does not give that to Rodrigo. He does not give that to anyone starting on the wings. Because he doesn't make runs into the box consistently, center backs are not tracking him into the box, which leaves it very hard and no space through the middle and through the wings because the center backs are just standing still, because the center backs don't have to track nobody, because they're watching Mbappe in the middle of the park or on the left wing or on the right wing, and they're never watching anyone through the middle, so they're not afraid of through balls. They're not afraid of the behind-the-back passes. They're not afraid of it. So if you're not afraid of these passes, you could just stand in a straight line, and that's it. You could just stand there. And that's how you're defending them is by you have your eyes like you're defending them with your eyes because you don't have to defend them with the body because none of these guys are making runs. But when Garcia came in, he makes center backs track and he's going all the way to the midfield. If you look at the third goal, Garcia wins this ball. And then when Garcia wins the ball, he's a number 9, by the way, he puts an unbelievable ball to Brahim with pace, so Brahim never has to slow down. The ball lands directly in front of his feet. He continues his stride, and then the good ball from Brahim into the middle. Trent plays a dummy. Vinny's by himself. Vinny puts into the back of the net. Golazo 3-0, all because your number 9 won the ball back and played it forward. He didn't come dribbling. He didn't try to do skill moves. He didn't try to run it up himself. He said, you know what? Brahim open. Let me put this ball into Brahim. Let's get this party started. Let's get this 3-0 victory. And that's what he did. He wasn't trying to be Vinny where he's bringing the ball up, dribbling. He wasn't trying to be Mbappe where he's using his pace, trying to run at the defenders. He wasn't trying to be Rodrigo. He put the ball into a player. Brahim, one touch, takes it, goes into space, puts it into Vinny. Vinny touch, shoot, done. Easy football, dude. Easy. I just don't understand why everyone at Real Madrid is trying to be Luis Figo, Messi, and Cristiano Ronaldo at the same time. It's so frustrating to watch. And Real Madrid fans are not going to want to say, they're like, oh, Skills, why are you talking smack? We won 3-0. You look terrible, man. It didn't look good. You telling me that this team, when you watch this team play right now, the first 2 games of this league, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, we way better. We way better than Barca. No, you're not. No, you're not. And I don't think Barca looks great neither. It's the beginning of the season, but there's no way that anyone is confident to go up against Barca right now with the way that offense looks. It looks the same. It looks like Ancelotti 2.0. So it's frustrating to me to see Xabi Alonso come in, who was somebody who was so good at the 5-back, 3-back system, not using that system. Somebody who came in and yes, he had the balls to bench Vinny. And if I'm Xabi Alonso, go, hey man, if this guy has to yell at me and call me names for him to actually play good, then let's get this started. I'll put you on the bench every game, buddy. I'll put you on the bench every game if you're going to give me an assist and a goal off the bench. Every single game, you will come off the bench, Vinicius Jr., because it took me putting you on the bench to score a goal away from Real Madrid Stadium since October of last year. It took me benching your ass for you to score a goal outside of Real Madrid Stadium in a year. I'm taking that every day of the week if I'm Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso, okay? Hear what I'm saying. This man hasn't scored a goal in La Liga away from home since October or some stat like that, okay? And getting benched made him do this. So I like what Xabi Alonso did here. I think he benched him correctly. The thing is, I don't think he did the team correctly. I want to see a 45 minutes, bro, with Mbappe on one of the wings and Garcia at the 9. Please, bro. Because what's going to happen? What's going to take place, right? What's going to happen and what's going to take place is simple. Right? Sorry, I had to look at my phone real quick. My wife was walking in the back, so the cameras were going off. I just wanted to make sure it was my wife. So what's going to happen if Garcia plays? If Garcia plays the 9, Garcia is going to make center backs track him. And when they do, Mbappe is going to just terrorize back lines nasty because that's what he does from the wing. Listen, Mbappe scored 2 goals today from the 9 position. It's amazing. He would have scored 4 if he just stood there. If he just stood there, made runs in behind, he would have scored 4. You see the ball, the quality that Goulet can put in. You see the passing Real Madrid has. The quality is there for Mbappe to just do less. Right now, lads, Mbappe doing less is more. I truly mean that. Mbappe doing less for Real Madrid is more, especially in games like this, bro. If you wanna run backwards and do all this against Barcelona and stuff like that because you're trying to make like a imbalance in their defense, I understand that. I'm cool with that. But against teams like this, bro, they don't need you to track and go. Stay there. They're gonna put you a ball, run on that damn ball, and score. That's all they want from you, and that's all they really need from you. So going forward, I really hope Xabi Alonso makes a tough decision, right? And if it has to be benching Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, whoever you have to bench, Real Madrid needs to play better football. And Xabi Alonso needs to make a decision. It's not about making Vinny happy. It's not about making Mbappe happy. It's about making Real Madrid win and Real Madrid fans happy. That's what this is about. And to make Real Madrid fans happy, you need to be able to compete against Barcelona, go far in the Champions League, and win La Liga. You're not going to do that playing this football. That was awful. And again, anyone who looks at this scoreline and goes, oh, but Vinny got an assist and a goal, and Mbappe scored. It was a great day. You're here for individual stats, bruh. This is what makes you happy. This is what makes you sleep good at night. Like that Mbappe scored 2 and Vinny got a goal and an assist. This makes you, bro. You got your team got to play, bro. This is what makes. And again, this frustration's coming from Benfica, bro, because this is what I watch at Benfica on a weekly basis, bro. This nonsense of playing it out to the wing. The wing plays it back to the midfield to the winger to the midfielder. The left back and the right back are all the way playing left wing and right back. You give it to the winger, the left back and the right back. They don't know what. Carreras looks like he's on the same exact team. This is what Carreras did for 50 games last season. Guess what? He goes to Real Madrid. It's the same thing. The difference is you have Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and your coach is Xabi Alonso. At Benfica, you are playing with players that are nowhere equal to those players, and your coach is someone that, come on, man, Bruno Lage, like, come on, dude. Who? You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, Xabi Alonso switches teams and they play the exact same. Carreras switches teams and they play the exact same football. Look, I know I'm over-exaggerating, being kind of over the top, but Real Madrid fans, y'all deserve better. And the way this is going, it's going to be Ancelotti season 2.0 from last year. Barcelona is going to end up beating the hell out of y'all 4 times, okay? Again, y'all haven't got scored on, which looks really nice. You cool. Barcelona's going to end up, bro, it's not going to be good unless they start changing something. Vinny, Mbappe, and Rodrigo does not work correctly. And if they can't find a way to make Mbappe stay at the 9, they need to move his ass to the left wing, to the right wing. I'm not blaming Rodrigo. I'm not blaming Vinny. I'm blaming Mbappe because he's too talented of a player to not understand that if he just stands at that 9 position, Real Madrid will dominate 80, 90, 99% of teams in world football. Just stand there, bro. Center backs cannot contain you, dude. They can't. Just make a run and watch Goulet put you through, bro. You're going to score hat tricks every game, dude. I don't get it, man.